the pressure feels awful. Sexy way to lead it, stay ready outside.
I have not seen these niggas in a minute.
Lockdown.
Jesus.
Lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow.
What you guys watching? We watching 3 true school lockdown horror stories animated.
Lockdown procedures. Go into the
I ain't like
nearest room or
JC or
building,
none yet.
Lock the door and turn off all lights. Wait for the all clear from school officials or local authorities.
Webcam.
Lockdown. Lockdown.
It ain't that bad, is it?
First and foremost, I want to say that I can't stand bullies, or bullying in general. I don't say all this because I was bullied, or because I saw some anti-bullying PS.
These niggas animation turn up. Yo! Y'all remember watching the Corey's Kenshin reactions, like to their videos?
I say it because bullying led to one of the scariest moments of my life. When I was in high school, I was just an average dude, so I just kind of blended in with the rest of the kids. However, that wasn't the case for this guy named Larry. Larry got picked on all the time by everyone, from the mean girls to the jocks, basically everyone at the school. Larry was known as the quiet
Why the black nigga gotta be the bully? Why the black nigga gotta be the bully? The black niggas are always the bully, bro. It's always a black nigga or a Flash Thompson white nigga. Their animations back were so ad, but it was peak. Nah, it was ad. Yeah, it was ad. I ain't gonna lie. We just thought it was fine because we was kids.
Owner with no friends. He had the look of a typical nerdy shut-in. Thick framed glasses, the braces, the hairstyle. Just about everything about him made him an easy target for the bullies. All in all, the guy was harmless, which is why he was easily the most bullied kid in school. Year after year, it only seemed to get worse. I even witnessed an interaction at lunch one day between a couple of seniors and a group of freshmen, where the older kids were basically indoctrinating the freshies into the tradition of picking on Larry. It made me sick to my stomach, and no one really stood up for him because they didn't want to be.
They said just bullying to be bullying. Let me try on TTS. Hold on, so I can like get y'all's input. I don't gotta read it out. I'll give it to y'all just for one, this for this night. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a nice guy, and also it's Christmas time. I gotta get like a costume for that. All right, someone speak.
Our color unless they're flash.
You said Allah Akbar.
L.
Jocks are always our color unless they're flash. On God, bro. Thank you, Poppy Chris. Alright, bro. I like
the next target, but it was around that time that I finally started sticking up for Larry. It severely damaged my reputation, but I didn't care. I could tell it was making life just a little bit easier for Larry, so I kept doing it. I managed to get people to lay off of him in the 2 classes we had together that year, but I knew that people were probably being even nastier when I wasn't around. That's just how vicious my school was at the time. One day, I decided to ditch my friends and sit with Larry during lunch for once. He had sat alone every single day for years.
Hey, not gonna lie, Larry kind of got potential to be tough as hell. He looked like, what's that one nigga? Bro, what's his name, bro? He's like a popular, it's like Vinny something. Vinny Hacker? Is it Vinny Hacker? Bro, he looked like a pre-evolution of Vinny Hacker. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just fix those 2 SpongeBob big buckle-ass teeth. Probably hit the gym a little bit. Wash that greasy-ass hair. Yeah, nah, this is
How
gonna be
Ariana
straight.
and Cynthia be acting, but without any history of this?
Ariana and Cynthia. Bro, I don't get that. I don't get that joke. I don't get the Ariana and Cynthia shit, bro. I don't watch them. I don't watch. Well, I watch Wicked, but I don't watch like the cast shit.
And I wanted to change that. For the next 15 minutes or so, we talked about random things. Basically whatever
Just
Larry wanted
search
to
it one
talk
TikTok
about.
and
It was
you'll get
mostly
it.
about his physics homework and comic book stuff. But it felt like I was getting to know him on a basic level that nobody had ever even bothered to do. There was something I wanted to ask him about from the very beginning though. I waited for what seemed like the right moment, but when I mentioned it, he started talking and acting strange as hell.
So, Larry, how's everyone been treating you lately? I'm sick of them.
Oh, fuck
Every
no.
last...
Oh, fuck no. This nigga... Yo! This nigga at the mention of his bullies goes into a Sasuke monologue. Hell nah. Yeah, I'm having the same exact reaction to old buddy right here.
Just one of them. I see. Well, what if some of them became your friends? Are you my friend? Yeah, of course I am. Friends are supposed to share their secrets with each other, right? Yeah, sure. You promise you won't tell anyone, right? Yeah, I won't tell anyone. All right. Here, look in my bag.
I only saw it for a second before Larry zipped his bag back up.
He flashed the blick. Yo. Nah, what's his name? Larry? Nah, nigga, Larry, a different type of nigga. This nigga went on a Sasuke monologue and then he flashed the blick to your own mans.
Who hooked blood with a blick?
Who hooked blood with a blick? Joke's over, bro. Diddy blood.
But it was
Diddy blood.
unmistakable. Larry had possession of a firearm. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My blood ran cold, but I tried to act like it wasn't a huge deal, just so I could ask him the questions I needed to. With every answer, I became more terrified of Larry.
Jesus.
He said he was planning to use it soon, not at a range
This
against
audio.
targets, but at school, on the students, and anyone who tried to get in his way. He said all this while remaining perfectly calm, like he'd been considering it for a long time. I knew this was likely not the first day he had brought it to school either. When the bell finally rang, ending the lunch break, I told Larry I'd see him later. That's when I got up and walked away, trying to keep my composure. Our next
Nah, you
classes
shitting
were in
bricks.
opposite
You
directions,
shitting bricks.
so I thankfully didn't have to walk with him.
You shitting
I
bricks.
kept my cool and walked normally until I was around the corner and out of his line of sight. Then I ran like hell to the office. Part of me still felt bad about doing it, but I immediately snitched
Hell
on
no.
Larry, knowing I realistically had no other choice. Not even a minute
Got it.
later, the lockdown alarm was activated. Everybody was still getting out of lunch when the lockdown was called, so I watched it from the office as everyone started screaming and running, trying to find the nearest room to hide in. The cops that arrived shortly after searched the school for Larry, but he was nowhere to be found.
And he knows! Yo! Why would you snitch immediately? I mean, I guess you gotta, but like, my nigga, who do you think is gonna be the very next person? Okay, think about from Larry's point of view. Yeah, I just told my best friend that I have a blick. He disappears for a little bit, and then all of a sudden,
Larry might be British.
nah, if he was British, he would have had a knife instead of a gun. He wouldn't even touch a gun. But I can see why you would think he's British, because he has the yellow and the big fat ass gaps and the sharp ass teeth.
Turns out that he ran home as soon as the lockdown started. So there's no doubt in my mind that he
cooked.
already knew I ratted on
You're
him.
cooked.
He was later arrested
You're
in his
cooked.
house. And since then, I haven't heard or seen Larry since. I don't know how long he spent in juvie or jail, but the district made sure he never came back to the same school he was planning to attack. Seeing the stories on the news about how many students have snapped from all the bullying and done the unthinkable, I believe a lot of people could have gotten hurt if I had not acted. Years have passed since this happened. Everyone graduated and moved on to adulthood, but nobody knows what happened to Larry. To this day, I live with the lingering fear that he will
Bro was
someday
gonna
come
move
after
like
me
tribe.
to take his
Vaughn.
revenge.
Jesus
This story
Christ.
was inspired by
Dude, could you imagine? It was inspired.
a horrific incident regarding an 18-year-old man who was arrested and charged after 2 school lockdowns in Regina, where the accused allegedly revealed a firearm to a student. A Regina Police Service school resource officer was notified about the ordeal on Thursday. Police
Realistically, if I were to
When I get out of prison, Emma, get Chris Griffin.
Type revenge.
Yo, wait. First side note rant, and I'm about to have the second one. First one. Let me say. Oh yeah, if I heard any sort of gunshots inside my house, not inside my school or inside like any sort of building I'm in, realistically, I'm not doing no type of precautions. I'm not hiding in no classroom. I'm not hiding no protection shelter. No, nigga, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. On the off chance that the nigga goes directly.
This is why I'm cool with everyone.
No, on God, bro. You gotta pay, bro. That's like I be offering head to niggas. This like stay on their good graces and shit. When I get out of prison, bro. How would y'all feel if like y'all like sent someone to jail though, and you know they're gonna get out eventually, and they like are gonna fucking hate you? Are y'all just gonna like live the rest of your life? Or are you gonna like move to like the Bahamas? Like what? Realistically, what are y'all doing? Let me know. Too long.
Say the male named Chance Larry Constable revealed a firearm to
You
a
know that
student,
prison
then
scene
left.
where he goes
the
after
school was
Chris
placed
Griffin?
into a secure the building lockdown protocol. A police investigation led to a residence on the 1500 block of Bond Street. Police members, including the Special Weapons and Tactics team, surrounded the residence. Because the residence was near an elementary school, it too was also placed on lockdown. At about 3:30 p.m., Constable, it too was all.
Why are we in a conga line, bro? Niggas trying to me with a conga line, trying to escape a shooter, nigga.
Not Emma feel hurt FR cause I trusted you to show you.
You gonna feel hurt? Man, fuck you. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Got me fucked up, bro. I ain't
They
gonna lie.
gonna do a conga line cause they gonna be my meat shield?
That's fucked up, bro.
But understandable.
That's fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, y'all make me forget what I was gonna say.
Also placed on lockdown. At about 3:30 p.m., Constable was arrested by police. The secure building lockdown was lifted at both schools. Police have confirmed that a firearm has not been recovered. Constable has since faced
Survival
charges.
is the fittest.
I can't imagine doing anything like that angle, so my thoughts are indifferent.
Lockdown, lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow lockdown procedures.
School lockdown,
Go into the nearest room or building.
incident.
What I'm about to recall happened years
Jesus
ago.
Christ! Holy shit! What school is this?
Schools are so when it comes to lockdowns.
Does this shit take place in like the NDSU, D line, O line?
No, bro, I don't play sports.
Like, yo, that's how these things really be, bro. I had some things like that inside my weightlifting class back in high school. Them niggas, I never seen them niggas on the team.
but not sports.
I was in high school, though I won't say where I went for my own safety. At the time, I played for the boys' volleyball team. Since practice was after school, it would last until the
Nigga built like a Greek god doing volleyball. I mean, volleyball niggas be comp, though. Volleyball niggas be comp. I ain't gonna lie. I can't disrespect.
early evening. By the time we were done, there'd be very few people still in the school aside from the janitors.
Is this the
One
Burger
day,
King
after
foot lettuce
we'd
guy?
finished
'Cause
an
they
intense
always
practice
sound like
game,
him.
We all went into the locker room. Everyone showered, changed, and got ready to go home. Most of the students either walked, drove, or got rides.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, these niggas are fucking high. Oh my god. Look at their eyes, bro.
home from other teammates, but I was one of the few people who still had to wait for their mom to pick them up. It always took her forever to get me, so I would usually hang out in the locker room until she texted that she arrived. That day, the locker room was completely empty, except for me. However, at some point, I heard a loud metallic bang coming from somewhere else. It sounded like the exterior door that led.
Okay, if I'm chilling in the locker room and I hear fucking loud ass bangs and crashes, there's two things I'm either doing. Well, there's one thing I'm doing for sure. I'm getting the fuck out. Right? Obviously, right? But there's two things I'm thinking. Either there's a fucking demon in the locker room, or someone's fucking. Two things I don't want to be a part of. So I'm leaving the fucking area. I don't know why this nigga's just chilling there.
Out to the track and football field. At first, I hoped it would stop, but when they wouldn't go away, I finally got up and went to check on it. I looked through the glass part of the door and saw a tall man standing outside in a hoodie, seemingly too old to be a student. I knew he could see me, and that's when I heard him shout saying,
"Hey, can you let me in? I'm here to pick up my son."
Oh, fuck
unsure
no.
of what to say,
What's the arrows?
I replied,
I don't know. Maybe you should enter through the front.
That's far away. Can you please just open the door?
I hesitated, but the guy sounded genuinely distressed, so I didn't want to make his day any worse. I then walked over to the door and pushed it.
You're an idiot! You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. The way you gonna open that shit and yo... I guess it's America, so it'll probably be like... You know what I'm saying? But fuck no, bro. Fuck no, bro. fuck no, bro. He looks mixed. Nah, this is the most Hispanic. You seen that little pedo mustache he had? This is the most Hispanic looking nigga I ever seen. Hispanic or Middle Eastern. One of those, cause he has the curls of both.
Open. The man thanked me and rushed out of the locker room and into the school, apparently looking for his son. That's when I sat back down on the bench and proceeded to wait for my mom. Out of nowhere, an alarm came on, and the school was placed on lockdown.
Yeah, you shouldn't be making this face. You shouldn't be making this face. This feeling that I'm having, bro, this face that he's having, bro, that feeling he must be in, this nigga probably aged like a cool 10 years just from the stress.
Seconds later, I heard screaming coming from the school. Panicking, I rushed to turn off the lights, but since there was no door to lock to secure the room, I found and hid inside a random locker. All I could hear for a while was the screaming, but then I heard the footsteps as someone rushed into the locker room. I peered through the slits in the metal, trying to see who it was. I couldn't see them, but figured it had to be another student hiding in one of the lockers as well, from the sounds of it. Moments later, someone else ran into the room. However, this time, I knew exactly who it was. It was the man I had let through the door. He still had his hood up, but now he was wearing a mask, and he had a giant machete in his hand that was dripping with blood. That's when I knew I...
Not gonna lie, if someone passes away, can you imagine the guilt? Can you imagine the guilt on your chest? Plot for Scream 7. I never watched any of the Screams. Can you imagine the guilt on your chest knowing that someone passed away because you let them into the place?
Had screwed up. He then ran up in between the two rows of lockers that I and another student were in. Suddenly, he started screaming and slashing random lockers all around him. I must have flinched, rattling my locker door the slightest bit, because he turned his head and locked onto me. I held my breath as he walked up to my locker and stared through the same slits I was looking through. I tried to...
Yo! Bro, the second I see his head turn this way, I'm dropping down in the fucking locker. I'm dropping down. Niggas making eye contact. You are the
hard as I could not to move while holding the door closed for dear life. Then he screamed and slashed the locker.
I know you're in there. Come out so I can cut your head off.
Stop! You got the wrong guy!
Bullshit! You're dead!
The machete cut through the door.
I'm dead. I am dead. Nigga, just the fear of seeing the machete come that close to my face. I'm dead as it's passing out.
In just inches from me, I was staring face to face with the blade as he struggled to get it out. He was just going to try and skewer me inside the locker. But if I opened the door and tried to prove I wasn't the guy he was after, I knew he would just blindly attack me before realizing it. I thought for sure there was no way out, but then I heard it. We both heard it. The sirens. They were still far away but rapidly getting closer. He knew he didn't have time, so he bolted immediately through the same door I let him in through. I stood there, frozen in fear. Then a minute later, the student hiding in the other locker stumbled out and ran off in the other direction toward the school, covered in blood. I stayed hidden until the cops came searching the locker room. I told them everything, hoping it would help. But unfortunately...
Yo, this art style killing me. Why they got a Family Guy character in here? Yo. Hey, bro. I mean, I guess animation takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? And how much? Yeah, I seen the walking animation. That shit. Yo.
The investigation never amounted to anything. Neither the masked man or...
Why is this nigga just in Steve Smith's room? He's wearing the exact fits. This nigga's wearing a full fit while jerking off in his bedroom. Yo, you a different type of nigga.
Student was able to be identified despite the information I gave. Years have passed, and I still remember this traumatic day like it was yesterday. I don't know if that guy was trying to kill the other one because they were in rival gangs or something, or if he was just some bloodthirsty psycho. Either way, knowing he's still out there makes me sick. I feel incredibly stupid and guilty for opening that door for him, as I know I probably could have prevented the attack altogether had I left him out there. I just know things could have been a lot worse if he had a firearm instead of a machete. Things could have gone so much worse. This story was inspired by a disturbing school lockdown incident regarding a student who was injured after a masked suspect was reportedly seen carrying a machete in a Toronto neighborhood on a Monday afternoon. Toronto police say they were initially called to the area around 3:30 p.m.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, nah, bro. I can't be in one of these situations, my nigga. I would probably do the worst possible decision for everyone else, but the best possible decision for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this shit. Where I'm from, we don't have any of these. Well, we've had certain situations. We've had, like, no one's actually done anything. No one's actually, like, done anything, like, crazy. But there have been situations, like, people, like, would bring a gun somewhere. Like, people would, like, bring a gun to the school, but nothing would happen. There was one time I was going to a wrestling meet, and then, like, the meet got canceled because someone at the school brought in, like, a knife or something. That shit was crazy. But besides that, there haven't been any, like, I haven't been in an area where any shit like this happens.
Paramedics say that one victim was taken to the hospital with...
If he has a good look at my face and a ranged weapon, then I might let him in my pleasure. He is going to turn your head into he's gonna turn your head into a mush. He's gonna turn your shit into mush, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Where is from? Luckily, schools ain't cooked, but the streets ain't safe though. Oh, where you're from? Oh, I get what you mean.
Serious, but not life-threatening injuries. It is not immediately clear how those injuries were sustained. Officers say a second victim has not been located. The school was placed on lockdown, but at around 5 p.m., it was lifted. The school said several staff and students had already left the school beforehand. However, for those who were in the building, the lockdown procedure included locking all exterior room doors and keeping students and staff inside their classrooms and other secured areas. Police say the suspect
almost got hit from a stray bullet. I got a scar from it. Oh my god, bro. Nigga, you live in like Chirac or something, bro? Hey, shout out Chirac.
Suspect is approximately 5'4", with a thin build and black dreads. He was last seen wearing all black clothing, a black toque, white gloves, a white horror movie mask, a white backpack, and white running shoes with yellow accents. Police say that he was carrying a machete in his right hand. Police are asking people to stay out of the area as officers investigate.
This is crazy, bro. They actually cooked. Stop doing that fucking loud ass beeping noise, nigga. Shit's scaring the poop out of me.
Lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow lockdown procedures. Go into the nearest room or building.
This happened at my school right after spring break. Nobody was happy about being back. Unlike everyone else, I had 7 classes every day. However, on the first day back, my stomach wasn't feeling the best from all the junk food I ate over the break. So after lunch, I got to my class and notified my teacher that I was going to use the washroom. I made sure to use the washroom downstairs as it was usually...
There's no way. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Are y'all taking shit inside the school? Or y'all just holding it in? And like me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm holding that in, bro. I'm holding that in. Don't matter how bad my stomach do it. I'm holding that. I'm holding it in. Unless I can get myself an exclusive bathroom. Nah, on God, bro. I'll hold in diarrhea. It means I'm not going to a bathroom with those monsters. I'm holding it in until I can't no more. No, but the thing is, if you get like a bathroom pass, or if you like tell the teacher to go into the bathroom and you take like a long minute, you can't just come back because the teacher's gonna automatically assume that you were just doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But like even the teachers don't expect you to be taking a shit at school. You know what I'm saying?
Emptier. Plus, it wasn't used as often as the top floor one, so it was best whenever someone wanted to take a dump without being noticed. Thankfully, when I got there, nobody was camping outside of it, so I hurried into the first stall, dropped my pants, and nearly didn't even make it to the toilet seat before liquid shit started spraying out of my ass.
Yo!
There was a good 15 seconds of nothing but sputtering and groaning, so I was glad nobody was in the...
Did we need the whole... Oh my God! Did we need the whole... Niggas gave us the whole picture.
The stalls. Once it was over,
Imagine it
I
happens
started cleaning
when he's taking
myself
shit.
up. While I was doing that, I noticed some writing on the washroom stall. It said, "Do not come to school on 3/23." That was in 2 days. It felt eerie because of everything that had been happening in schools lately, with kids snapping and doing the unthinkable. When I came out of the stall, I poked my head into the other ones to see if it was part of some other bunch of graffiti that had happened in the washroom. But that seemed to be the only thing written in there. I didn't have time to think much more about it, as I had to rush back upstairs to my class before anyone got too suspicious. The next day, though, the exact same...
Not gonna lie, bro. If y'all see some shit like that in the bathroom stall, are y'all staying in the bath? Are y'all going to school on that day? Keep it a bando. Are you going to school on that day, bro?
Same thing happened
Like
at
me,
the
I'm still
start
going
of
to
6th
school.
period.
Well, like,
Mr.
I'ma
Brown,
leave. Like,
I need to go to the
ready to
washroom.
leave.
Again? Please, it's an emergency. Be respectful, everyone. You can go, but if this is gonna keep happening, you should probably stay at home. Yeah. Oh, ow.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder who laced his lunch with laxatives. It felt just as urgent in the classroom, so I had to go all the way down to the first floor to do my business.
Oh my
I then
God.
got in, and just as I was about to enter a stall, I went to the one I went to the day before to see if the writing was still there. But it was gone, probably cleaned up by the janitor overnight. This time, I went all the way down to the big stall so I wouldn't feel as cramped. I locked the door, sat down, got ready to go. Then, all of a sudden, the lights shut off. It got dark as hell in an instant.
This nigga is in a school lockdown while you're shitting. Yo, God could not put you in a worse situation. God, yo, you had to have been like an evil ass nigga in your past life for some, bro.
That's when I heard someone coming into the washroom just before the lights went out, and the footsteps slowly walking over the tile. I was freaked out, knowing there couldn't be a good reason for someone to enter a washroom after turning off the lights. I had no clue if they knew I was in there, so I kept quiet. I listened to them go into the stall. Then, I heard what sounded like them popping the cap off a marker, followed by writing. Once the writing stopped, I could hear them get out of the stall.
I know for a fact, oh shit, hold on. I know for a fact he could smell that shit. And he could see this nigga shoot. Yo! This might be one of the craziest stories I've heard so far, bro.
The washroom.
Because how do you
I didn't
like
like
tell
having
this
to
to
do it in
someone?
the dark, though, so I used my phone flashlight to see what was happening. I finished up. Then I left the stall and turned the lights back on. This time I didn't go back to class right away. I stopped to check all the stalls for whatever that person had written. I found it in the very same stall that had the message the day before. There was a new message. It said, "I'm going to blank up the school." My heart...
Corny ass nigga. Nigga said blank up the school. Dude, are you serious? You're gonna leave like an ominous message of the school. You're gonna put blank up the school. Come on, dog. Oh wait, actually no. I think they put the blank part to censor it for the video. Never mind. That makes sense.
Almost stopped. I didn't want to be a rat, but I decided I had to report it just to save lives in the worst case scenario. I went straight to the front office and told them what I saw. I didn't think they'd lock down the whole school, but they did. I was losing my mind in the office, thinking non-stop whether I'd made the right decision or ruined some kid's life for no reason. There were cops swarming all over the school, and the lockdown lasted for hours. They even told their parents about it. Eventually, the cops checked everywhere, interrogated me, and made their report declaring the school safe.
Yeah, I had diarrhea and I really had to take a shit. So I just went to the bathroom and out of nowhere the lights just turned off and then I heard someone run in there. Was this all during? Yes, this was all during the shit. Yeah. The poop was actually actively coming out of my ass. Yes. Okay, go on. Yeah. And then he wrote down, "I'm gonna blank up the school," and he just ran out and left. Did he see you? No, but I know for a fact he smelled me.
However, I was still terrified the entire next day because the first message had said the attack would happen on 3/23, which was that Wednesday. There were cops guarding the school because of it, but nothing ever happened. Though the identity of the person who made the threats was never discovered either. To this day, I have no idea if my stomachache saved my school from catastrophe or if it all was supposed to be a joke that I took too seriously. Maybe if I could have seen the person who wrote it, it would be clearer. But it still freaks me out that they were in the washroom with me, lurking in the dark. Police and high school administration are still searching for the student who wrote a threat on a bathroom wall, causing an entire high school to go into lockdown on March 24. According to police, the threat written was, "Gonna shoot the school per 6B sick ready." Despite the sentence not making total sense grammatically, it is clear what is trying to be conveyed. The threat was found written on the wall of the first-floor boys' bathroom at the high school around 12:30 p.m. Students immediately notified the school administration, who identified the message and notified police, who were on the scene due to an unrelated fire alarm.
Dude,
As a
imagine you just can't fucking go to school. Imagine you just can't fucking leave. Because I guarantee you, they were definitely here past the time they were supposed to leave. Imagine you were just chilling at school for like an extra 3 hours to 5 o'clock with your friends. Yo, that might actually be fun. I know you'll be scared as shit for like the first like 30 minutes, but like people are just gonna start fucking trolling and shit. I know for a fact if I was with my friends and it was like the last class of the day and we're just chilling there for like an extra 3 hours, niggas would just be bullshitting, bro.
Result, the school was put into a controlled lockdown per protocol for about 20 minutes with police present. Parents were notified of the situation via email. The lockdown was lifted after police found the threat to be unfounded and the school was declared safe. School officials said this may have been a copycat incident, with a similar incident that had happened a few days before this one, where several students said they heard someone write in the bathroom, "Do not come to school on 3/23, which translates to March 23rd. The two incidents were eerily similar, but police are unsure if they were necessarily connected. The person that wrote the alleged threats is still unknown.
That was a crazy ass story to end this video on. That is insane, bro. Holy shit. Do y'all want to watch another one? Hold on. Officer, I had lax in my food. Yes, officer, I was lactose intolerant. I didn't know it had cheese. Officer, he tried to look under my stall and saw my huge shit. Officer, I assure you the lights didn't cut out for no reason. I don't know. Yes, King. Yes, I bet.